Welcome back to Ghouly Pleasures, your weekly reminder that we would die first. I'm Kendra.
And I'm Darcy. And we are reviewing episode 5 of Welcome to Derry today. The title is 29 Niebald Street.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick up right from where last week left off. Dick has successfully probed Daniel's mind. He knows where these
Pillars
are. Thank you, Kendra. Not a word I use in everyday speech.
You don't say pillars a lot?
I'm going to start using it more now. So they know where the pillars are, which are basically Pennywise's cage. And the general finally lets Hanlon in on the truth of the plan about Pennywise and that they want to use it as a weapon, etc., etc. And Hanlon is totally understandably pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro.
You brought my family here to the town where you know terror reigns.
Exactly. I would be mad too. Fair. And Hanlon does such a surprising thing. He goes home and he tells his wife, presumably everything. We don't see the conversation, but he's like, yo, babe, I got to tell you something, and it's going to be hard to believe, but I just really need you to believe me.
I love that he did this, though.
Too.
Like, thing that I get so pissed off about shows is when they don't tell each other things.
Yes.
Just communicate.
Yes.
And immediately went home and told Charlotte, like, look, some things are going down in Derry. More than the racism. There's evil afoot.
There's literal evil afoot. I was so worried too, because like when he started talking to her, like, hey baby, I gotta tell you something. I was like waiting for an interruption because I'm just so conditioned to expect that.
Exactly.
So pleased that it didn't happen and he went ahead and told her everything. And he promptly moves his whole family to the base.
Mm-hmm.
He's decided this is going to be a little more safe, at least, than whatever the fuck is happening in regular Derry.
Mm-hmm.
So good for Hanlon. He's a smart man who communicates with his woman, and instead of being like, we'll just stick around, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He was like, no. Pack your shit. We're going.
I love this energy.
I love it.
I was so happy when he told her.
Yes.
It's like, this is the kind of stuff I want to see.
Yes. This is what we need from more freaking horror characters. Like, this is the energy I need you to bring. Do everything you can to avoid the bullshit, to get out of it.
But they usually do that to elicit more conflict in the story. But since they are like eliminating that conflict now by him immediately conveying the news, what other conflict are we going to have with them now? It can only be worse than a miscommunication.
See, my thinking is, well, we've squared away, at least partially for now, any drama that could have been caused by miscommunication, so we can focus on all the drama caused by the supernatural horror going on in this goddamn town.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my hope, because you can show me insane horror constantly and I won't bat an eye, but the moment you have people like miscommunicating in high tense situations, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stressed. I have to pause it. I'll pause it and come back when I'm ready to handle this.
I was take a walk. I gotta walk this off.
Literally. Usually I'm like, I gotta take a pee. I'll go to the bathroom.
That's the real horror, miscommunication.
It really is. Speaking of miscommunications or intentional miscommunications, Rose over here was finding out that the military is holding her nephew, Daniel, hostage, essentially. And she goes and confronts her old little friend, who's now a general, and is like, what the fuck, bro? And he's such a dick. Because he's like, sorry about it. We need your nephew to find Pennywise. So, bye. Basically is how that conversation went.
Word for word, I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Quote unquote, right? He's not releasing Daniel. He's refusing to let Rose help herself. The only thing he allows is like, Rose is like, bro, if you're going to take my nephew into frickin' Pennywise's territory, at least let me prepare him.
Mhm.
Small mercies, he lets her, and she gives Taniel a piece of the shard that we learned about in the previous episode, which is Pennywise's kryptonite, essentially.
Mhm.
And when she's giving him, her nephew, the shard, she also, like, looks at him and she says, "I've made sure they understand you're the only one who knows how to use this." And was it just me, or when she said that, I was like, this feels like there's a hidden message for him in here?
Mhm.
Okay, okay, good. I wasn't crazy. I
I
was
got
like, I don't know what she's telling him secretly, but she's definitely telling him something. I still
maybe
don't
so
know.
because he's the only one who can hold it, but other people probably can use it. She just doesn't want anybody to take it from him.
Maybe, yeah. Which the guard, who's like, with Taniel at the time, promptly does.
But it's wrapped up then, like,
True,
you
true, true.
basically use it against
Right.
Pennywise.
Truthfully, even by the end of the episode, we don't really have an answer or a confirmation. Even maybe we're both reading into it. Maybe there really was no hidden directive, like we
I
kind of felt
mean,
like
it's
there
the
was.
first time we're wrong about something. Don't ask us questions. We don't have answers.
Honestly, it's like even a broken clock is right twice a day. That's the vibe here.
It's like we're not experts, but we're enthusiastic, and that's all that matters.
Period. Exactly. Exactly. We should put that in our tagline officially.
We're not
Not
experts, but we're
experts, just
enthusiastic.
enthusiasts. I'm gonna write that down so we don't forget. No. Oh my god, that was good. Anyways, while the adults are having their fun, the kids are suffering
As kids often do in Derry.
very often. The bright side is that Marge and Lily reconcile.
Mhm.
So that's good. Marge confirms that she's basically lied about the situation. She's told everyone that her glasses broke. Lily was just trying to help. And she very nicely apologizes for not believing Lily sooner.
Mhm.
All is good with Marge and Lily. That was nice. I feel like this is the first time I had any semblance of positive feelings towards Marge.
I agree. It
I
was
was
about
like,
time.
yeah,
He could not stand that little girl in the beginning. It's like, "What are you
no,
doing? How are you treating your best friend like this?"
right? She was definitely on our list of sacrifices we were willing to
Mhm.
offer up to Pennywise, but she can be removed for now.
She can stay now. She can stay.
Yeah, she's okay. We like her, kind of. We're willing to hear her out anyway.
Yes. We'll give her the floor for a moment.
Right. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, though, Ronnie, now that Marge has had her own experience, Ronnie wants Marge to tell the police the truth to get her dad off the hook.
Mhm.
And this is a running theme with Ronnie throughout the episode. She keeps wanting everyone to go to the police, despite already having seen what happens when they go to the police.
Despite already going to police and them doing nothing. She
Right.
still thinks she's like, it's such a childlike thing to just expect the police to help, despite
Right.
them showing many times that they can't and won't.
Even when they had the photo evidence, it didn't go over well.
Mhm.
There is a surprising turn that we get this episode as all the gang, Ronnie and everyone is back at their little hideout. There's a freaking yellow tent, which I don't remember being there before. Was it there?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, are they just noticing this tent suddenly has erected itself at their base?
Right? I thought it was weird. That was my first thought. My first thought was, oh, there's a yellow tent. And my second thought was, oh,
Someone in the tent.
yeah, then there's someone in the freaking tent because it's freaking moving. And it's surprise, surprise, someone I never expected to see again.
I know, right?
It's our little boy Maddie, looking really worse for wear.
He looks rough. He looks like he's been through it.
Yeah, his hair's all grown out.
Oh,
He looks
long.
traumatized.
He's
Yeah,
pale.
poor guy. And he shares his experience with the group. He lets them know he's been trapped in the sewers with Pennywise, and he kept some of the kids alive, like it needed them for their fear,
Mm,
which matches the theory that Will came up with in the last episode, that fear is like the tenderizer for its meal.
mm.
And he lets them know that Pennywise feeds at night and sleeps during the day, so he bided his time and then made his great escape. But he saw Teddy. while he was there. Maddie tells them that he saw Teddy and he was dead on arrival. And Susie was there and she was mutilated and then left to bleed out until
Mm-hmm.
she died.
Very graphic.
Yep. But our boy Phil is still alive.
Mhm. He can't move, he can't speak, but he was alive.
Yep. Maddie can't explain it, but he says he's alive. And there's a lot of conflicting feelings going around the group because Ronnie's like, okay, perfect. Maddie, let's go to the police. She's on it again.
Immediately. Like, Maddie, let's go to police. You got to tell them what you saw so my dad can get out.
Right. Like they would believe him, right? Although, you know what? Maybe it would have a little more bearing
It
with
definitely wouldn't
Maddie.
work if it was Maddie.
Yes, because he
Any other
was missing.
Maddie.
Right. The real problem here is that Maddie refuses to go because he says he fears being sent back to his abusive father more than he fears going back into those sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So Lily says, bet, let's go back into the sewers. Because now Lily has this idea that, well, if they find Phil, they can use him as proof
Yeah.
of Hank's innocence.
Solid plan. Sure.
Yep. So now we got the whole gang.
Mm-hmm.
We have Will and Rich, and Ronnie and Maddie and Marge. The gang's all here, and Lily says, I brought Mommy's little helpers. We'll pop some pills, and we'll go down to the sewers and find Pennywise.
They took 3 each.
Right. We're going to go down and find Phil, and we're all taking 3 frickin' Mommy's helpers. I think one of them said, we'll just take as many as we can, and it'll be fine. And Rich was like, are you sure that's safe? I was like, when Rich is the voice of reason, you know there's a freaking problem here.
Literally.
And sure enough, they go down to the sewers. And they're high as hell.
They're high as hell.
It's kind of hilarious.
It is.
Like, there's a scene where Rich and Marge, you know, Rich has a crush on Marge, and I don't know what started it, but like all of a sudden they're touching each other's hands and they're like, wow, your hands are so soft. And they start holding hands, and then Lily turns back all in a daze, and then her face like straightens out so fast when she sees them. She's like, are you two holding hands? I'm like, no, definitely not.
Oh,
It was cute.
it was a nice moment of levity in the season.
Exactly. A much needed one for sure. Considering what's about to happen, Maddie leads them right into the sewers, and after not too long, they find more than what they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Susie's corpse floats up first.
And they're like, that's Susie.
Yeah, that's Susie. What the fuck?
Little Susie. She's dead.
What they say? You'll float too, remember?
Ew.
You'll float too. Teddy's floating too. Teddy's
Mhm.
corpse pops right up.
Yep. Just like Maddie said, he's dead too.
And then another kid appears. Oh, it's little Mr. Phil. But surprise, surprise, he ain't alive.
No.
He's dead.
I thought Maddie said he was alive.
Yeah. Last
That's
Maddie said Phil was, he wasn't speaking. He couldn't speak or move, but he was alive.
Mhm.
So that was a lie.
That was a lie.
Maddie starts singing a creepy little frickin' song.
Mm-hmm.
And then his corpse appears.
Yep.
Because the Maddie that's been with us, that's singing, is actually frickin' Pennywise.
It's been Pennywise the whole time. He catfished them the whole
Literally, he catfished them. No better frickin' term for it. He like catfished them and gaslit them into thinking this was their idea, and he was the only one against going in the sewers. Maddie didn't want to come back. They basically forced him. Lily was like, bruh, if you don't go into the sewers and take us to where Phil is, I'm going to drag you to the cops and you can go back to your daddy.
Mm-hmm. That got to me. I was like, Pennywise got him. Got him.
Makes sense. Because honestly, it would have been crazy if like Maddie was still alive after the way they brutalized Susie and Phil and Teddy in episode 1.
I know. We didn't see, but we never seen Maddie get brutalized at all. And we also seen visions of him in the first Losers Club when he was like in the movie theater screen. So there was hints that he could possibly still be alive. So it was believable.
Yeah, there was enough, believability to make you be like, "Oh, maybe it is him."
Mhm.
And there was also it was a hope spot, I
Yeah,
hoped it was Maddie. I felt bad. This poor kid was just abused. Like, let him live. Literally bare minimum, please.
but nope, he's dead. Maddie is
Nope.
officially dead.
Yep. So, obviously, everyone immediately freaks out and starts running away from Pennywise. Poor Lily, though, she trips and falls.
Classic girl in a horror movie.
Truly. And everyone keeps running.
Yeah, they don't
You
even
and me.
find them. They book it. And honestly, same.
You and me
You
anytime, for
like
real.
already made this agreement, and forever in a situation like this, just leave me.
Yep,
Go.
just leaving.
I would do
It's
the
my
same.
last sacrifice for my friendship. If I fall, they'll get me. It's fine. Keep going. Poor Lily. So yep, the others run, they leave her behind. And meanwhile, the army is also infiltrating Pennywise's little HQ,
His little sewer base.
his little sewer base, but they come in a different way. The kids followed Maddie into the sewers directly,
Mhm,
whereas the army enters through the well in the house on Niebald Street, hence the
mhm.
title name. Another title this week that's so direct. I appreciate it
Not as
when they
direct
make me think.
whirling apparatus of our planet's function, but
Oh my God, never freaking say that again. It's like a trigger at this point. I hate it. So the military is entering the well, and things immediately go wrong
mhm,
as they're traversing the sewers. Everyone gets split up. Poor Dick, when he's jumping down into like the water of the sewer, disappears under the water, and the other army men completely lose track of him while poor Dick enters a vision,
mhm.
and he like comes out the other side of this vision in a bathtub, and his grandma's there.
Visions of his
And
grandma again.
yes, it's always his grandma, and she's warning him that, he's coming for him again. And the person who's coming for him is his grandfather, but, really Pennywise getting in his head.
Do we know that though?
Yeah, I'd say by the end, it was definitely Pennywise. I mean, maybe not. Everyone can let us know what you guys think in the comments, but by the end of this vision, I believed it was Pennywise, because the grandfather, um, he's there, and at first it seems based in maybe a reality that Dick is familiar with because he's like angry about the grandma communicating with Dick telepathically. So I think this is something they did in real life that set him off.
Mm,
But then he takes out Dick's like change box. And if you remember in the last episode, Dick's grandma warned him to keep the lid on. So seems like that's what this is referring to.
mhm.
And she again warns Dick, don't open it. Do not open it. And Grandpa or Pennywise, or Grandpa/Pennywise, shoots the grandma. Like, even like everything that happens when Pennywise is involved is like so unhinged that like
It
you can't help but laugh.
no, it's so goofy, but he is a
Yeah,
clown, so it checks out.
exactly. It's on brand for him. And long story short, Pennywise opens the box and Dick panics.
Mhm.
And that's all we see of Dick in this moment.
In this
We,
moment.
we don't know what's in the box.
Mm-mm.
All we know is that it was imperative. His grandma was communicating from beyond the grave to tell him, don't open that box. I personally think it's like, you know, an internal physical manifestation of his mind. And I feel like things are going to get into his mind now. He's going to be more susceptible to things. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Poor Dick is really going through it. Meanwhile, the soldiers are still looking for him. And there's a great moment. I really like this because two unnamed soldiers, while they're looking for him, they kind of hear clown laughter and they look into like this dark corner of the sewers, and a finger jumps out
Mhm.
pointing at them and says, I want you. And then Pennywise, dressed as frickin' Uncle Sam, jumps out at them.
That was incredible. Their
I
worst fear is the army.
loved it. Oh my God. It was so good.
Oh, it was so well done.
Pennywise was really creative in these sewers. Meanwhile, Taniel over here is with another unnamed military personnel, I believe, right? I don't know the
Yeah,
military personnel he's with. And when they realize they're all separated, Taniel decides to make use of the moment and he dips the fuck out. He starts running.
yeah, he makes a run for it. He's like, "I'm
Yeah,
outta
yeah.
here."
And this military officer, what the fuck? He just started shooting at him.
He literally tried to kill him.
Yeah, like that was not a warning shot. He just was like bam, 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 all over the place. And obviously, Taniel, just trying to dodge for his life, drops the freaking dagger that his aunt gave him to protect him from
The
Pennywise.
weapon against Pennywise. He
Yeah.
drops.
He drops it and he disappears. And that's the last we see of Taniel this
Mm,
episode. I mean, I hope he's okay.
we'll find
No
out.
idea. We'll find out. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll
Hopefully.
find out. And then while that's going on, Hanlon and Polly D are on their own trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And Hamlin suddenly sees Charlotte in the tunnels. And he's like, well, this is not correct. What
Mhm.
the fuck? And Charlotte is terrified and walking towards Polly and Hanlon, but Polly can't see her.
Nope. Only Hamlin.
And only Hanlon can see her. And she starts morphing into this monstrous form and running at Hanlon and Polly. And Hanlon thinks fast and shoots her.
Mhm.
And then she's laying like dead in the water. And then all of a sudden, as Hanlon looks down at her, her face contorts in a twisted Pennywise smile. And then she,
Mhm.
you know,
Think.
vanishes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I liked this because I was like, "Ooh, yes, give the adults some
Yes.
scares."
Give them some fear.
Yes, I love it. Besides Dick, because poor Dick is over here getting traumatized by himself. So it's about time that someone else gets traumatized. And Hanlon puts two and two together really fast and is like, "Okay, something's going down in here. Shoot anything that doesn't belong here."
Yeah, he tells Polly, if you see your high school teacher, your ex-girlfriend, shoot him. Anything
Yep.
you don't think's
Thank
supposed to be down here, you kill it without a second thought.
exactly.
Wise
Which
advice.
sounds great in theory, and it backfires immediately.
It does.
And this is where our adult and kid storylines start to merge because Hanlon suddenly hears kids screaming. Yep. And then onto the scene stumbles his son, Will, who's in the process of running away from Pennywise. And Hanlon immediately says, well, this isn't supposed to be here. What's my son doing here?
Oh my god, my heart was in my ass. I
I know.
thought they were going to kill my son. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"Oh no. Oh no. Oh no."
Yep. Polly also was like, "Oh no, I can see him. Hanlon, don't do anything." But Hanlon is too, if I didn't know that he technically couldn't feel fear, I would think he was a little scared with the way he was worked up because if you're not scared, you'd think you'd be a little more receptive to what someone next to you is saying in this moment.
Mhm.
Anyways, Hanlon ignores Polly's warning that Will is real because he can see him too. Don't shoot him. Hanlon pulls the trigger and Polly jumps in front of the bullet for Will.
Oh, Polly.
Yeah.
Well, as soon
Our
as I
good
saw
old Polly D.
honestly, I'm like, "He's not making it out of here." I knew
Honestly,
immediately when they showed him, he was gonna be one of the ones that wouldn't make it back.
yeah. Especially because they've been kind of here and there fleshing out the dynamic between Hanlon and Dick. So I kind of have this theory that Hanlon's contractually only allowed to have one friend in this series, and it's going to be Dick. Yeah. So Polly had to die.
Polly had to die.
Yep. Rip
And that was
Polly.
sad. I feel like despite him not having much screen time, they did a good job of making his character likable enough that I felt sad.
Yes. I agree. I agree completely. I was bummed, and Hanlon has a very emotional, visceral
Mhm.
reaction to his death too. And I mean, you can tell he feels so guilty about it right away, which just hammers in everything that's going on. But Pennywise is happy.
Yeah, he's having the best time.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
As Hanlon is ordering the kids to run out of the sewers and he's carrying Polly's body out, Pennywise is laughing in the darkness, having a
Mhm.
grand old time.
Right on time. He thinks this is so funny.
Well, this is the most entertainment he's had in probably decades, so
Mhm.
he's having a good old fucking
Good
time.
old time.
But poor Lily is still lost.
Yep, we got back to Lily and she's still running.
Everyone else making their escape. Not a single person been like, "Hey, where's Lily?" Not a
I
single
know
person.
that even when they got out, no one's like, wait, Lily's not here.
Right. This is why I fully believe in the buddy system. But so no one does a roll call. Poor Lily, still lost on her own in the sewers, running from Pennywise, and she hits a dead end.
Oh, the worst.
I genuinely thought it was over for Lily for a moment at this
Me
point.
too. I'm like, oh, Lily's dying here. How does she get out of
Yeah.
here?
I was like, they killed how many kids already?
Hmm?
Why not another? But as Pennywise starts to corner and charge at her, he stops because the dagger that Daniel had dropped earlier is laying in the water right in front of Lily.
Hmm. And Pennywise is like, oh no. He
Yep.
slowly backs away into the shadows. It's like we're not
Yep.
touching.
And thank God Lily has something of a brain and picks it up. She picks up the dagger. She puts the pieces together.
Oh my god, the characters in the show actually making good decisions for once. I was
Literally.
so glad when she picked up that dagger because that's one of the other pet peeves I have in shows where you leave
Yes.
a weapon behind when you're in the midst of peril.
We're also watching Telemasca, which just finished this week as well. And in one of the earlier episodes, there's a scene where the main character leaves the scene of a crime, literally, and leaves behind a very important artifact. And that's exactly what my mind went to. I was like, thank God Lily picked that up, because if this was our man Guy from Telemasca, he would not have picked it up.
No,
He would not have put two and two together.
zero survival instincts, that one.
Literally. But bless Lily, she picks it up, and that's what we see of Lily for
Mhm.
the episode. I'll be interested to see what happens. I assume she's going to bring it to the group and say, hey, 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 look what I found. He seems scared of it. The dumbasses will probably decide to test it out.
That's what they've been doing.
Yep. They're literally just playing a game of chicken with Pennywise at this point.
Literally. But they do actually have a weapon against Pennywise for the first time. So
I hope she keeps it totally away from the military.
I
Like,
know.
let the kids save the day. We don't need the military to do anything.
I
They're
don't.
already creating a mess.
They caused most of this.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of that, the aftermath of this whole situation is Hanlon being interrogated about Polly's death, the general coming in to tell Hanlon, "S- someone will answer for this." And he basically insinuates that the people who need to answer for this are the natives who,
Yes.
quote unquote, led them into this situation. Like, bro,
He
you
straight
held
up
one
said
of
it.
them hostage.
Hmm. He blamed them specifically.
Yeah. You literally mind raped one of them and then held him hostage and forced him to lead you into those sewers.
That they
But
told you not to
it's
go.
their fault? Literally. Literally. So, fuck the general.
Throw
Literally
it.
done nothing good. He created this situation and now he's blaming other people for it as well.
Yep. Typical man.
Yep, typical man. I just hope we get to see him experience his comeuppance at some point.
Yes, I need Pennywise to get him.
Yes. And I need it to be really good. I need it to be so brutal. I can't wait to see what his fear is. Hanlon asks the general whether or not they ever found Dick, because remember, Dick has been MIA. No one ever found him.
Yeah. Opie said he hasn't
Little.
reported base, but he said if anyone can survive, it'll be Dick.
And the last time we saw Dick, it was in his little vision where Pennywise slash his grandfather was opening that box in his mind. And now we see him again emerging from the sewers, and he sees a military man climbing the bank of the river that he's
What,
coming out to.
isn't it Polly?
Yes. He turns, and it's Polly. Yep. Who is dead.
Who is dead?
And then we cut to Dick's little mental box again, and it's open and it's glowing.
It's open and it's glowing. What does it
Yep.
mean? He
What
can
does
see
it
ghosts
mean?
now?
I low-key think like maybe his powers were kind of capped,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe now they're just being unleashed to a more fuller potential, which makes him, I guess, in some ways more powerful, but also more vulnerable.
Yes. He can see a lot more now.
Yes, for better and for worse. In Derry, for worse, period.
Everything is for worse in Derry.
We could be wrong in the way we're interpreting that. It could be totally different. That's at this point, that's how I interpret it.
Yeah. Like we said, we're no experts.
We're no experts. We're just enthusiasts. And then a totally boring subplot that's happening while all this insanity is going on is Hank, Ronnie's dad, being sent to Shawshank, but he doesn't quite make it there because the bus he's on crashes, many casualties, and Hank takes advantage of the situation to escape.
Mm-hmm. He's on the run now.
Yep, he's on the run and he shows up in this woman's car. Ingrid is her
Mm.
name, who worked at the asylum that Lily went to
Lily
and
went to see her
became
earlier.
buddy-buddy with. Yep, Lily had gone to her for some advice, as she usually does.
We thought she was suspicious. We're like, do we trust this adult?
Right, honestly? Okay, so Hank gets in the car, has her drive him out to, like, the middle of the woods, and this is where we learn that Ingrid is the white married woman that he's left with
Mm-hmm.
and can't tell anyone about. And just like you said, Kendra, we thought Ingrid was so suspicious the last time we talked about her. Her reaction to seeing Hank and hearing what happened, and she tells him, we need to find a place for you to hide because the cops are trying to find you. This was the most reasonable, insane she ever felt.
Literally, I said the same thing. I'm like, now this feels like an actual person. Before she just felt
Yes, now this feels
just like,
normal.
why is she so chipper and open to all this stuff? Like, what does she know?
I don't know. But for now, at least she's acting like a normal human being, and we know a little more about her and
Mhm.
why she keeps popping up. But she's telling Hank, you need to hide. And Hank has an idea. Hank has a friend that he thinks can help. So Hank sends Ingrid to see Charlotte.
Good old Charlotte.
That's good old Charlotte, who was helping Hank throughout the past 2 episodes, try to get legal help.
Mm-hmm.
So Ingrid goes to Mrs. Hanlon, good old Charlotte, who's at the military base right now. And she's like, hey, we have a common friend. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
And that's it. Some things I want to circle back
So,
on.
yeah.
Hank said the bus didn't crash; it was attacked by something, and no one survived.
Yes.
And then also,
You're
you
right.
earlier when Charlotte is at the police station where Hank's being taken to Shawshank, she sees an image of a cop, aka Pennywise. She sees Pennywise basically.
Yes, when they are dragging Hank over to the Shawshank bus, like one of the people in the crowd watching it charges at him with a gun and is like ready to shoot him and says like, "You'll burn with them," which
Mhm.
sounds a little familiar because isn't that roughly what
Will
what
visions.
Will's
Other.
dad. Yes. In the last episode when, that Pennywise was all burned up as Will's dad, he said basically the same thing, like, "You'll burn too." And when Charlotte sees this, she glances over, and in the door of the police station, there's a cop with a Pennywise smile, looking all sketchy and creepy. Pennywise is definitely involved with what's going on with Hank as well.
Uh-huh. And now Charlotte's involved.
Yep, poor Charlotte. She didn't ask for this.
No.
Like, she just wants to be a fucking advocate. Let this woman live.
It's impossible in
Oh,
this town.
truly, it really fucking is. Dear God. But yeah, so that's the gist of what happened in this episode. The subplot with Hank and Ingrid, it's not the most interesting one going on right now, but it's probably going to be important to the core storyline at some point.
They are just setting that up because it was just a big reveal that the white woman that he had an affair with was Ingrid, who we have met before.
Yeah. Ingrid is giving vibes like, oh, we just thought she was a totally normal person. And then at the last second, she reveals herself to be in cahoots with someone. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
With the villain. But I don't think anyone can be in cahoots with Pennywise.
I know. How could you be?
So yeah, it was a good episode. I liked seeing the storylines between the kids and the adults merge much more directly than they
Yeah, I
have
love
yet.
seeing them finally overlap.
Yeah. And I also really appreciate that they've done a great job in the sense of creating high stakes. Like, I mean, they killed what we thought were going to be three of the main characters in episode one.
Hmm.
So when Lily was in danger, like, I genuinely was like, oh, she might be about to die.
Yeah, we already have that fear. Like the show is not scared of killing off children. So any one of
Yep.
those kids could die any minute, and you always have that in your head now.
Right. Exactly. And then they killed our Polly, who's not necessarily a main character, but has been included enough that you still feel something when he's lost. He's not
Mhm.
just like some unnamed character that's cannon fodder. So yeah, now we have 3 episodes left. 8
Yep.
episodes in total for the season. Things are going to start cranking up even more.
Yeah, it has to now. Because we already
Yeah.
have questions about Dick and what's in the box and what that truly means for the series going forward. We don't know where Lily is. We don't know where Taniel is.
Mhm.
We don't know what's going to happen with Hank and Ygritte and Charlotte.
Yep. I'm excited to see, I hope, I assume, and I hope, a team up between Dick and Hanlon.
Hmm.
Maybe they will, as a duo, also team up with the kids. You know, a big part of Hanlon's storyline has been he just wants to keep his head down and follow orders. But now that his family is in direct harm and his best friend has died because of this craziness, I think maybe we're going to see some character development in him being less interested in following orders.
I can see that happening. Because he has
Yeah.
more
So,
incentive now to just go against what the military wants. Because he's already mad that they put his family in danger by bringing them to this town where they know danger resides regularly.
sure.
So,
Yes. He gonna be like, you killed my best friend. Am I gonna sit here and let you essentially kill my son and my wife too?
mhm,
So, yeah, I think he'll take some proactive choices.
I wonder how much Dick is going to play a role into it.
I'm curious. I got no predictions for what's gonna go down with the kids. I just can't wait to see it.
You think any more kids are going to die? If you had to pick a kid who was going to die, who do you think it's going to be?
Not Lily, because she's already had a close call. Not Ronnie, because she's the one focused on getting her dad out of prison. Not Will, period.
Just because I don't
Oh,
want it.
right? Not period. He's not allowed to die. It's probably gonna have to be between Marge or Rich.
Hmm.
Marge already has like had a close encounter and an injury, so if I had to place money on it, it would probably be Rich.
Hmm. But I feel like Marge probably
But
has
I don't
more growing to do, so I feel like she might do a sacrifice type of thing. So she could be.
very possible. I
So
don't
it's
know.
between
I
Marge
don't
and
know. I don't know how, like, we got a lot of characters left when you think about it. Not all of them can get out unscathed.
no. It's gonna start whittling down to a few, I'm sure.
Like I said, I still got a list. The general's currently at the top. You can have
Yes,
him, Pennywise. You can
get
have
him
him.
first.
I
Get
know
him.
you don't like the right. I think this is gonna sound really messed up. He prefers children. But my list of adults that he can kill is much longer, is all I'm saying.
And he's number one on my list.
Yeah, mine too. Bye, bitch. Go away. You started all this shit, so it can be finished with you too.
Exactly.
But yeah, overall, I thought this was a fun episode.
Yep, it's a fun.
I liked seeing Pennywise.
I know. How did you feel seeing your man again? Did you get
I
pink
was in love.
butterflies in your stomach?
I did. Yes, I did. The one horror monster that should find me. Maybe I need to move to Derry. Oh my.
Oh God, yeah, it's
God,
good to see him as Pennywise again. He does a great job. He's so
he
unhinged.
does.
He's just such a wild individual.
He is. I love that he's like totally taken ownership of this character. He's like,
Mhm.
no, I am Pennywise. And I love that for him.
I love it for us. I love it for
Yeah.
him. I love it for the show. It's great.
Anyways, yeah. Good episode. I got no big predictions. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, me too. This is one of those
We got
shows where
3
you're here for the ride. You're not thinking of theories or anything. We're here for the terror.
right.
We're here for the clownery.
Exactly. We got 3 episodes left.
Hmm.
So, I think they're doing good with pacing. I think they got some good time
Me too.
to continue plotting it out as well as just giving us good horror scares throughout.
So that was
Yeah.
our app of episode 5 of Welcome to Derry. We'll see you guys in the next one for episode 6. This has been Ghouly Pleasures, where we're no experts, but we're enthusiastic. Bye, guys.
Bye.